Namaskar. Hello, this is Vinta Panyadi and you're watching my YouTube channel. I'm really sorry for delay in uploading my videos. As you all know, I'm suffering from chikungunya and it's been a hell of a phase that I'm facing and going through. Anyways, I will not take that as an excuse and I promise that I will keep on uploading new videos, and I'm really thankful for all the support, the love, the respect I keep on getting, the comments I keep on getting for my efforts. I also request you to subscribe if you have still not subscribed to my channel. I request you to like and comment too. I request you to share it with your friends and family members and help me get more supporters and subscribers. Do not forget to like my FB page also. As you all know, chikungunya has really lowered my confidence, It's made me feel so weak physically and mentally. I keep finding ways to keep myself up and always happy. As I told in my Happy Chemicals video, please do watch. Do something which will keep you happy as well as excited and not get into that mode of depression. So one such thing which I did was the gardening. Of course, I am not an expert in this field, but with the guidance of many of my friends who are housewives, many are working, but they are passionate of growing fruits, vegetables in their own house. So this was something that actually motivated me, and I thought just to divert my attention, I tried with this and actually it worked. Again, I'm repeating, I'm not an expert in this, but I love plants, I love gardening, and with the small space I do have in the house, I've tried to grow few of the things. Even that I do admit I don't have a particular time, nor am so much dedicated or devoted to look after them in that level, but I try my level best to take care of them and be with them, and I get some sort of happiness and peacefulness when I'm with those plants. So now I'm showing you few of the plants that I've grown in my pot, so which are of medicinal values. The first plant which I am going to talk about is the turmeric plant. Turmeric leaves are of high medicinal value in Ayurveda. It is antiseptic in nature, helps in digestion, prevent abdominal discomfort. It is also used during common cold and jaundice. Leaves are very much important to me and a must in my kitchen. My kitchen is incomplete without this coriander leaves. It is a wonderful source of dietary fiber. Leaves in water is a good low-calorie beverage. It's an antioxidant and, as I told you, a must in every Indian kitchen. The next plant which I am actually excited about to tell is the tomatoes that I have grown. It is highly antioxidant, rich in vitamin C and K. It reduces the risk of heart disease and cancer, and dishes usually are incomplete without them. With green tomatoes, we do chutney, which is really awesome, and the red tomatoes are usually used in the bhaji, salads and yummy rasam. Then comes the aloe vera. Aloe vera gel reduces acne, skin conditions like psoriasis. It is high source of antioxidant and rich in vitamin B12. Aloe vera gel actually helps in flushing out of the toxins. The gel is usually good for hair and it is used by arthritis patients, and stretch marks in the ladies are reduced. Then comes my favorite, curry leaves. Curry leaves helps in weight loss, it heals the wounds, reduces the stress, controls diabetes, morning sickness, dysentery, constipation. It helps improving the eyesight and hair growth. It also helps in impairing the memory disorders. South Indian kitchen is actually incomplete without them. The tadka is really wow, and the tambuli and the chutney powder we prepare is really awesome. Then comes the ova leaves or the ajwain leaf, which is good for digestion, common cold, stomach pain. It is used as a mouth freshener and also used in soup, salad, and the special dish that is done by South Indians, especially the South Canara people from Udupi and Mangalore, the tambuli. Then comes the insulin leaves, which helps in reducing the glucose levels in the body. The fresh leaves are eaten raw and chewed. Then comes the Kepala flowers or the leaves. It is of high medicinal value in Ayurveda. Usually these plants are found in coastal regions. In Udupi and Mangalore, its flowers are used for Durga Puja. The Colocasia or the aloo leaves. In Kannada we call it as Kesuvina ele. It's an antioxidant and anti-cancer, rich in vitamin C, helps in immunity building. It helps in preventing anemia and wrinkling of the skin, good for the eyes and controls cholesterol and BP. But remember, this leaf cannot be eaten raw. Then comes the Tulsi plant, a must plant in every Hindu house. Tulsi water, that is the holy water, is taken as tirtha every day. Used in Ayurveda for its high medicinal value, it cures stomach ailments, respiratory issues, common cold, etc. It also helps in reducing the stress, headache, and kidney issues. Next is Amrutaballi, which is also called as Guduchi plant. It is a divine herb, an ancient herb. It is antioxidant, antitoxic, anti-cancer, anti-stress, anti-inflammatory, anti-allergic. The kada that is prepared from this leaves are usually consumed by almost all. It treats chronic fever and is highly valued in Ayurveda due to its medicinal values. Last but not the least are the palak leaves, which are very much helpful in improving the immune system. It repels bacteria and viruses, improves eyesight, and these are used by almost all Indians in the bhaji and the salad. And do you remember the Popeye, who is portrayed to be very strong or gets his energy